At the Okoli Law Group, we specialize in producing justice. If you or a loved one in the Atlanta metro area is facing serious criminal charges, then you need serious legal representation.
The Okoli Law Group is here for you. The Okoli Law Group is here for us.
The Okoli Law Group, serious legal representation.
Navigating through this spiritual journey is challenging. Healers need healers, trainers need trainers, and leaders need leaders too. If you're looking for a space that offers Reiki healing, emotional mastery, chakra healing, and even one-on-one spiritual consultation, visit us at todayswellness.com. Get all your spiritual needs met and just have someone you can actually talk to. Because whatever it is that you are seeking is also within you.
Peace, family. We are live again. Dynasty Mirror Search for Huru. Thank you all. Thank you so much for joining. I greatly appreciate you guys. I love every single one of you, even my haters. Love you too. Do me a favor, hit the like button again. Please hit that like button. Also, make sure you share and make sure you subscribe. I will greatly appreciate it. I appreciate everyone's support. So, we gotta do the basics, you guys. We have to do the basics. The basics are hit that like button, share, subscribe. Don't be afraid to super chat. Got a couple of announcements. Then we're going to jump into tonight's topics. And also, I will put the link in the chat room for you guys to call in and add to the convo, because I love to hear from every single one of you. Even if you agree, if you disagree, it don't matter. We'll love to hear from you guys. Africa. We just got back from Nigeria. Had a great time in Nigeria for the Osun Festival. Had a great time in Oshogbo for that, and a great time in Lagos. And next, we are rolling to Zanzibar. Okay, so we're rolling to Zanzibar. That's September 22nd through October 1st. Again, that's September 22nd through October 1st. We are rolling to Zanzibar. Then after that, we should be going to Sierra Leone. Any day now, they should be announcing the citizenship conferment. Any day now, they should be officially announcing that. So we are waiting for that. So looking forward to that. And then we're going to Benin Republic in January for the Voodoo Festival. And then Sierra Leone for sure in April 20th to the 29th. That's going to happen regardless. And then we're rolling to Senegal for the Jazz Festival. That's June 1st to the 10th. And you can find all of this information at donfo.africa. Again, you can find all this information at donfo, DANFO.Africa. So come and join us. Come and have a great time. Eat some good food. Wherever we go, we're going to eat good. So let's jump into today's topic. Kenyan police in Haiti haven't been paid. If you guys don't know the situation with Haiti, with the gangs, and they had to send in Kenyan peacekeepers. Again, they had to send in Kenyan peacekeepers. And a lot of Haitians on the ground, they not feeling it. And like Kenyans, you need to mind your own business. And one in particular is a guy by the name of Barbecue. A guy named Barbecue. He's like, listen. He's like, y'all need to get up out of here. Barbecue is like, listen, y'all need to get up out of here. So that's what's going on in Haiti. But on top of that, the Kenyan forces haven't been paid. So I don't know who's responsible for paying the Kenyan forces. But they're like, listen, we in Haiti, we in a foreign land, risking our lives.
Tâcher manger. Nous c'est bon petit Dessalines, jodi à nous pas quitter aucune troupe étrangère venir entrer venir assassiner moun dans pays. Au péril de notre vie, que sans nous couler, n'a continuer goumer jusqu'à dernier goutte sans nous, pour nous défendre l'intégrité et la souveraineté pays ça. Et pour pas haïtien, pour sous-sol là, nous considérons comme un envahisseur. Envahisseur va jamais bien pied pour nous. Songez au faire nous ça déjà.
So that's what's going on in Haiti. Yeah, that's what's going on in Haiti. Yeah, they're not. Your boy Barbecue's not too happy. From what it seems, he's not too happy. Yeah, it's interesting. I just wonder how this is gonna play out, man. Because I mean, I understand where Barbecue's coming from. It's like you're an invading force. You know, why are you here? Why are you here encroaching on our land in the name of so-called diplomacy? But that's not what it's really about. So it's going to be interesting how this plays out here in the future.
Better, faster, cheaper. You can only pick two. Those are the rules, right?
Haiti's most visible gang leader, Jimmy Barbecue Cherizier, responding to the first cohort of Kenyan police arriving in the country. He's not happy. Here are Kenyans, shoot them, he's saying to his men. Haiti's been largely lawless for years. Gangs who rape, murder, rob and extort are all powerful. Previously at war, they formed an alliance called Vivre Ensemble, Live Together, aimed against the new force which threatens their control. The Kenyan police will later be joined by more officers and soldiers from other countries to form a 2,500-strong force. It's estimated that the gangs can count on far more fighters, albeit with little training or discipline. Cherizier warns of a bloodbath.
It's a fight for us, a fight for the country, and we'll fight for it. Even if I die, I'm sure that there'll be successors and there'll be other people who will continue this fight.
Haitians that Al Jazeera talked to want a change and safety, but are skeptical the force can provide it.
We have police and military that are specialized to fight the gangs. Why are they not deployed? I give the Kenyan force until August to start solving the problem. Otherwise, they're just here for the money.
But with an estimated 80% of the capital under gang control, they agree something had to be done. So did the international community. The United States pushed for the force. The United Nations backed it. Now Haiti's interim prime minister has welcomed it.
The people of Kenya have heard the cries and sufferings of the Haitian people, and they are here in a spirit of solidarity with our police.
He says the force will get to work soon.
The first contingent has been mobilized and is solidly in place to accompany and support Haitian strategies to regain our security, house by house, neighborhood by neighborhood, town by town.
Cherizier did talk to Al Jazeera about negotiation, not just battle.
Many people think we're afraid and that we're asking for forgiveness when we're asking for dialogue. So I think today people with military training, even if you are in the middle of fighting, you should have an open door to dialogue.
But in order to lay down their weapons, gang leaders have said they want amnesty and a seat at the table over the country's future. After the crimes they've committed, lives they've ended or damaged, that will be too much for many Haitians to swallow. John Holman, Al Jazeera.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel.
So we'll see how this plays out. But from my understanding, the Kenyans haven't been getting paid. So they putting their lives on the line for free, which is unfortunate. Also, Dangote, Aliko Dangote, the richest black man on the planet, the richest black man in Africa, is no longer the richest African. He's no longer the richest African in Africa. The new richest African in African is a white South African. Nicky Oppenheimer, I believe his name is. Nicky Oppenheimer. I believe that's his name. So Dangote is no longer the richest South African, or the richest African in Africa anymore. So that's interesting. You know, everybody was saying with the new Dangote, you know, Dangote's having a lot of issues with this new refinery. And then also with the economy right now in Nigeria. And guys, links in the chat room. If you want to call in and add to the conversation, you can. And now with this with the way the economy is in Nigeria, it's just with the economy so weak right now, and the naira so weak right now. Yeah, that's what's going on. Go ahead.
Hey, Dinus, and so yeah, my thing is this, and because I looked it up.
We lost you.
His name is.
We had lost you. Y'all when you call in, you keep calling on your Obama phone on your Getro.
Yeah. It's a South African white dude from Cape Town who's like the Africa's richest now, and he owns like some sort of like luxury goods company or something like that. But it was not Oppenheimer. It's another dude.
Not Oppenheimer. Who is it?
No, it's not Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer is like second beneath this other guy. But this other guy, he's from Cape Town and stuff. But I think that what has affected Dangote is the fact that Tinubu and Nigeria removed the fuel subsidy, so that's affected the oil industry a lot with Dangote. A lot of his money is in Nigeria, and it's in oil and stuff with the refinery and stuff that he built, and all that type of stuff. So, that's just what's going on with that, but these things are supposed to happen. Wealth with billionaires fluctuate, along with the economy and along with, just current events and, trends and things in the world. So, it shouldn't be surprising, but yeah.
All right, go ahead, Delroy.
Delroy. Hey, what's up, man?
What's going on?
Dinus, no, he's not the richest. You said African. You did say African, right?
Yes.
Nah, he's not the richest African, bro.
Well, technically.
Yeah, exactly. He ain't African. No, but I hear that.
But I
okay.
know,
No.
Okay.
No, no. Period. No. Okay. No. And then you said in Africa, what about well, he's not based in Africa, but he's Nigerian. He's richer than even Dangote.
Who?
The dude that owned the 3 airports in England.
I don't think whatchamacallit. I don't think whatchamacallit, I don't think he's richer than Dangote. I don't think he is. I don't think he never was. I know you're talking about he owned he didn't own Heathrow. He owned the Gatwick.
Gatwick, and two other airports. Plus, he owned a port in Australia.
Yeah, but I don't still think he was richer than Dangote.
I got to check the numbers.
Yeah. I don't think it.
I got to check the numbers. Yeah, but forget about nah. I'm not accepting that.
Okay.
Yeah, I ain't gonna accept that. As far as Haiti,
yeah,
boy, it's a big mess, man. But gang or revolutionary leader, it's a question that no one could answer.
Say that one more time.
Gang or revolutionary leader?
Gang.
It's a question that but somebody else gang is somebody else revolutionary.
Yeah, so when I talk to Haitians, they think barbecues are cool.
I know my Haitian friends tell me the same thing, but they're indoctrinated just like they indoctrinated in everything else. They indoctrinated.
Yo, well, let me ask you this: where are they getting these weapons from?
Where else? Right here in the good old United States. Okay, they caught two white dudes. This is about 3 years ago. Two white dudes and one Haitian. Two white American, one Haitian. About 3 years ago, bringing in guns in Haiti. This is where they get them from. The 90% of it come from here. That's how Jamaica get their guns. They get it through. Before it was straight through the U.S. A lot of it from the CIA from the 1970s and 80s, straight from the CIA, and then later on down the road, they get it through Haiti. Come through the U.S. to Haiti to Jamaica, right? But right here in the United States,
right?
That's what I'm saying. Somebody else revolution is somebody else gang leader. Who's because you know the history of Haiti.
But are you saying the people who are giving barbecue and his gang the guns that they mean well for Haiti?
The people them that's giving them the guns?
You're right. That's what I'm saying.
Well, first of all, they're not giving them to them. They actually buying it, right?
Where are they getting the money from, Delroy? This, I mean, come on.
Yeah, but if you talk to other, see, I'm telling you, it's a mess, bro. Because did you see? I sent you some interviews with him.
I've been watching some of them.
Yeah, I sent you some interviews with him. So, but what to him, he's a revolutionary leader. I mean, well for Haiti. We know the Haitian government, who backs them. We don't have to go over that, right? We know this for years and years and years and years. Clinton, right? Clinton wife, right, and so forth and so on down the road and before that, because they do not want Haiti to develop. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Haiti is a special case, and the entire Black world should stand behind Haiti. Right? From day one, they never forgave Haiti for what Haiti did, and then will never forgive them. Right? Haiti also have a lot of minerals that no one is talking about. Right? It's like a state that is completely controlled. It's the same as what's going on in the Congo, in the DRC. You see, it's a big mess, bro. That's what I'm saying. It might be somebody else gang, but it might be somebody else revolutionary leader, like Malcolm X. Who else was a terrorist?
I mean,
Nkrumah was a terrorist.
MLK considered a communist a terrorist?
Huh?
MLK Jr.
MLK was a terrorist. Nelson Mandela, and so forth and so on. Go right down the list, and I'm sure all the Sahel, Mali, Niger, and you should have sent it to calling them terrorist thugs the other day. And we should go in and do X, Y, and Z to them and all kind of bullshit. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You see, but Haiti's a mess, bro.
I'm trying to figure out, like, barbecue in this game. Who are they going after? Like, who are they fighting?
They fighting the government. They fighting the government. That's why don't believe a lot of that bullshit CNN bullshit. You know what not to believe them anyway, bro. They cannot be gang in a place that's so poor. The gang for what? Do you hear them robbing in the banks? You see what I'm saying? They definitely can't get no money from those people that have like or earn like $2 a day. They gonna make no money from them.
Right.
The regular people in the town. So I don't. They never once said he's bringing in drugs into the country. So what's going on? What's gang of what? What he does? And see, he's fighting the ruthless government that the United States back, and they always back. What the hell is Kenya doing in there? What is Kenya doing in there? Because the U.S. paid him $300 million to bring them there. And now you're telling me that they're not even being paid.
Never been paid. Never been paid in a couple
Yeah,
months.
but they got $300 million. $300 million to bring them in there. And now you tell me they haven't been paid. Man, come on. Man, this, oh boy, I'm telling you, the country that we live in is something else.
Guys, links in the chat room. Link is in the chat room. Also, U.S. elections, Delroy. U.S. elections. I know we talked about this yesterday. How you feeling about the election?
Oh Lord, boy, I ain't feeling too good about it, Dan. I'm gonna tell the plain truth.
Why is that?
Because you now you see they have new charges brought up on Trump now. You heard about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? They refuse to stop. They refuse to stop. That's what I'm telling you. It's like the entire apparatus is against him. And I'm telling you, including the military. That's what I'm saying. You see, that's man. I mean, Kamala Harris went from being one of the worst person that ever run for president. Nobody liked her. Democrat, Republican, don't matter. Nobody liked her. So now she darling up the Democrat Party. How much she raised? Like $500 million already?
Yeah.
You know? You see what I'm saying? Just like that. That's what I was trying to tell T yesterday. Okay, he don't understand, right? Yes, Trump gonna try to fix on the border, and he might have some success. But the corporation control what's going on, bro. Because they allow these people in because of cheap labor. And let's face it, nobody, definitely not black people, is gonna be picking no cotton. Okay, I'd say cotton, just
Well, I understand.
use it as an analogy. But no one's gonna come and pick any oranges, cut any cane and all that stuff. They had about 3 years ago or so, they had some prisoners, right? African American prisoners that's close to getting out. They got them on a farm because they I think at that time I think Obama was deporting a lot of people back then, and they hide them from the prison, and none of them stayed. Everybody said, "Oh hell no, they're not doing this." You see what I'm saying? Hell no, they're not doing it. So you do need immigrants coming, right? And most of the people that's going to pick is illegal immigrants, because if a immigrant came in and he's legal and have legal papers, trust me, they're not doing that. They have plenty other work to do besides that. All right, and then you have people that legally come over to work and go back home.
Right.
All right, but the corporation is not going to allow it to stop. You see what happened? I was telling T yesterday what happened with the Florida governor. Right, those people went on strike. They shut down construction, and the corporation told him to listen, apologize to these people right now, and he did publicly apologize to them. So they could get back to work, or nothing was being built. I mean, they have these people on a road construction. Talking about building, they got them on a road construction. You see? So that's what's going on. That's why I say it's going to be hard to stop. Right? And what Kyla was talking about yesterday, we're going to put soldiers on the border to shoot. Dinus, you and I know no soldier is shooting women and children coming across the border. It's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen. I know.
Okay? It's not going to happen. They're not going to do it. You see? That's my take in it. But I still think Trump is going to win, but it's going to be tough.
You think so?
Yeah.
All right. So you have the new. So you have the new charges, and then he's supposed to be getting allegedly sentenced next month for the New York.
Yes.
So I wonder
none is going to happen with that. But the media, it's the propaganda. The media will put. You just have to put a doubt in people's mind. It's like a trial, right? And if you put a doubt in a juror's mind, they're going to acquit. You see what I'm saying? You just have to put a doubt. You see? That's what I'm saying. I mean, look. For instance, a lot of black men are blaming black women for sticking with the Democrats. Okay, fine. That's correct. But look how much black men starting to switch sides now. Don't you see them on the video? Switching sides. Some of them saying, "Oh, we got to forgive Kamala for what she did." Right? Trump is a racist, right? So therefore, they just forget about everything else Kamala did and what she stand for, right? Now where the people are blaming the black women, just blame the black men too, because I guarantee you 80% of them is gonna still vote for Kamala or the Democrats. That's my take on it.
All right, go ahead, Blebo. Unmute yourself, Blebo.
Hey, what's going on, Donis? What's going on, brother?
All is well.
Man, I'm watching what's going on in Haiti. I'm really sad that we don't have our shit together to where we can go down there to Haiti and do something about it. 'Cause we are Americans. America is the problem in Haiti. And the only way that America is going to be right about Haiti unless we're right about Haiti. But first, we got to get our shit together, you know. Kenya, dealing with these African countries, man, and trying to, Kenya's only there for the money.
Right.
And also future trade in the Caribbean. They're playing the long game with this. They really don't care about those guys, what the mission, because eventually the United States or somebody's going to go in there and take those games, that game leader out. He already know he a dead man. You know, I'm not going to, and don't ask me anything about politics. I already know who I'm voting for, so I'm not even going to talk about it.
Who you voting for?
I don't tell people who I'm voting for. I'm like my mother and father. They never told me who they voted for.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. All I know is that after this election, a lot of shit gonna change, bro.
Like change like what? Like what do you see?
Well, the electoral college is gonna change. It's gonna be a third party that's gonna be strong in the next 10 years. Where race is concerned, these hope to die crackers gonna make sure that that's gonna end by wreaking havoc in this motherfucker, because they're not gonna get their way, because there's a lot of diversity in this country. So,
You there? Blebo, we lost you. Hello? Okay, guys, can you hear me? Delaware, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I guess we lost him.
I guess you sound like you might be voting for Kamala.
Yeah, it's all good. You know, hey.
Yeah.
hey, I'm back.
Yeah, you're back now.
Oh, all right. Well, it doesn't matter who I'm gonna vote for. Y'all know who y'all gonna vote for. So hey, I ain't tripping. I ain't gonna trip off. I'm not gonna get into my brothers, because we need to be talking about how we gonna, regardless who president, or how we gonna manage in this new society that's coming, man. With AI and robotics, man, it's gonna be a whole nother world that we as black people are gonna be way behind for, especially with our kids, man. You know, and the deal with getting back on Haiti, we really need to get our shit together so we can be able to go to Haiti and go to Africa and go and put these fires out with our money and our know-how, man. It's ridiculous to keep seeing us as black people failing around the world, following in behind these people who don't even give a fuck about us. You know, and that goes for politicians here too. You know, forming packs. That's the see me us three. No matter who we vote for, we should have a pack to where no matter who's president, we will be able to control some aspect of their decision. Because arguing with each other about politics, man, you know, I do this on a regular basis when people come to me and ask me about politics or talk about Trump and all that. I said, man, listen, what we gonna do to make sure they do for us? Because we can vote for Trump, but it's nobody that's gonna make him do what we want him to do. Because they can say anything. Kamala could do the same shit. And have done. I mean, she's been vice president, he's been president, so it's a lot of things that they say they can do or will do and they haven't done because there's no pressure for them to do it. Trump stopped the damn bill that was in Congress by saying he needed that as a what's the name as a tool for the election. Kamala go down to talk to the leaders of different countries, and they still coming. You see what I'm saying? So we have to be the ones to put pressure on these politicians, like I do, like we do here. You know, what's the name? What's the name? The one that did the goddamn, I keep forgetting that heifer name. The congressman that talked about the white lady in Georgia. Beach
I know you
blonde,
talking
whatever.
the black lady. I know you're talking about.
Yeah. That's our congressman, man. Down here in Texas, man. You
But
know,
you hear that Kamala says she's now supporting the wall. You heard about that?
supporting what?
The wall. She now support Trump's wall.
It don't matter.
No,
Everybody I talk, everybody. It
no.
don't matter because everybody I talk to and that I talked to that came to this country recently, they came through tunnels or flew in this joker. Ain't
Well,
worried
there
about no
you are.
wall. Because
There
long the
you are.
money, long the jobs are here, like you said earlier, brother, long the jobs are here that they can take advantage of and they can take advantage of them, especially in these fields. I see them on construction sites. They don't have no green cards. They working like a motherfucker. AT&T crew.
That's the that, that's my point.
And you're not gonna keep them out with a wall. Because if these rich motherfuckers want them here, they gonna be here, bro.
That's my point. That's what I've been saying.
Yeah. Because when you talk about immigration, you're talking about low wages. This country is built on slave labor. So their mentality hasn't changed since they left serfdom in Europe. So their mentality is about getting the cheapest labor they can find. And they're going to bring as many people in here. They don't care what they do when they get here. Long they working for them and making money for them, they don't care about the crime and all that. We do, because we got to deal with that shit. You know, so working together, like I said, together, forming groups and packs from neighborhood, dealing with your local politicians, work your way up from your local politician to your congressman. Those are the ones that's going to be the one voting for shit that affects your life. And one of them is this border.
Yes, sir. All right, go ahead, D Toto Kissa. Go ahead.
Oh man, first thing first, man, salute to your platform, my brother. You know, as we always talk about brother to brother and how we can react. But you know what? We got grown ass men come on your platform with you touching at least 100 and 120, 130,000 people and don't even salute the platform, salute what you're doing, man. You know what I'm saying? Promote your business, what you're doing, man. See what you're doing over there in Africa. You know, I hope plenty of people, you know, join your tours and want to see what you got going on so you can show you know, black people a different way of life, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, everybody has their own agenda, you know, when they come over here and talk, and it's cool, but it's good to salute the host because there's not many channels, you know, in the black space, in the urban space where you can come on and talk, you know, saying freely. So I got to salute my brother's platform, man. Appreciate what you're doing. Now, You know what I'm saying? This, you know, when you hear Del Rey and Blebo, you know, talk, you know what I'm saying? These are the old Negroes that, you know what I'm saying, that sold us out back in the days that don't really know what they're talking about. These are the type of brothers that tell you, believe me, listen to me, and this shit don't even be true. You get what I'm saying? So let me start with point number one. First things first, the electoral college cannot be taken out because it's written into the Constitution. So that's not going to happen because you can't change the Constitution. You can only make amendments. So that just first, that just shows you how brainwashed and how we just go for anything, and how somebody can be smart and slow thinking at the same time. So, and when you come to what's going on in Kenya with what's going on with the Kenya guys over there, at the end of the day, you know, most Kenyans don't get paid for every month anyway. You get what I'm saying? So I don't even know what the big argument about. They over there now. You know what I'm saying? Everything with the government is retro. You know what I'm saying? So even if they don't, even every government has to pay their soldiers, even retro or up front. You get what I'm saying? And some of them there, what I heard is that they didn't want to give them a lot of money while they was there because everything is provided, food, shelter, and the basics, so they won't use their money because even American dollars is super strong over there. The Kenyan shilling is strong over there too, so they don't want to use their money as an influence either because corruption breeds corruption. So I understand. Now you tell me 3 months later after it's over with, they didn't get retro paid, didn't get their money retro. That's a different story. You know what I'm saying? We was talking about how the guns get over there. The guns get over there because of the way that for the gangs or the revolution, whatever you want to call them, you know what I'm saying? Haiti is not secure. So when all of the politicians and all the people that was working in these places, they was only making $6-7 a day. So you know what I'm saying? People was bum rushing, you know, getting those crates of guns. You get what I'm saying? Of course, the United States was dropping them guns, you know what I'm saying, floating guns in there. But at the most part, they were just leaving it unsecure. You know what I'm saying? The same way how even the president, you know what I'm saying, was able to get executed by 6 or 7 dudes that eat burritos and tacos and shit. You get what I'm saying? Like the security in Haiti, it just never was good as far as their president. You know how a country diners can look like they protecting like the United States. They have the guys in suit and ties and earpieces, but you know they ain't got F-16s fly. Let me explain something to you, diners. A lot of people don't understand what goes on when the president leaves, when that plane takes off. Let me give people a little 1 minute, you know, coverage of this. Not only is this one Air Force One, they actually has a duplicate. They have a duplicate plane. See, when they show you on the camera, because I was up there because my son went to school on he went to a charter school up there. I saw both airplanes, not the Air Force Two that the vice president. They have 2 Air Force Ones. They put the same food on there, the same type of guard. They have the same 2 cars. They had duplicate for everything. They have over 4 Black Hawk helicopters. They got double Marine Ones. They got the satellite plane. They got the big circle around it. They got 3 or 4 B-52 bombers up there, and they got 4 F-16s that trailed them. You get what I'm saying? That's what goes on. And then before they land, they already got 6 or 7 B-52s already on site, you know, targeting the areas. You know what I'm saying? Drain holes, you know, taking up telegram pole. They welding cement sewer lines and everything. So it's not the same. And then on top of that, the terrain in Haiti is so bad that the way that it's built, I don't know if it's built on a fault. I don't know what it's built on, but the way they built it is fucked up. So it's not even held together right to the point that any seismic shift of anything would just tear houses down and kill people. So it's not built to win. The only thing that Del Rey said that was right about Haiti when he was talking about the minerals and what the Clinton's been doing to it for all these years. You get what I'm saying? Haiti is not built to win the same way that Africa is not built to win. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, Africa, Haiti, and Jamaican are Europeans, foreigners' playground. You know what I'm saying? For the simple reason that black people don't want power. All black people want to do is sit around, shake their ass, eat rice, eat curry goat, eat fried chicken, you know what I'm saying? And chase big booger wolf chicks look like Stacey Abrams in leggings. You know what I'm saying? And pounding poom poom. That's all black people want to do. You can have black people, you can have the lights off, the water off, no electricity, but find a way to hook them speakers up to a battery, and black people be out there shaking their ass, stinking in the worst conditions. You get what I'm saying? It's just like I tell you a long time ago, Diners, when the Europeans came to Africa, they found the best slave of any of the history of slavery. Black people are the perfect slaves to the point that we don't want to go nowhere, and we keep forgiving our masters while we don't give each other a second chance. That's just how we get down. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, a lot of people, we have this facade about, you know what I'm saying, the strength of black people, but we all see it. We all see how black people complain on the weekend and go to work and give master their best for 8 to 12 hours a day. And then when they go back into the neighborhoods, they can't stand a black person. They wish a black person would. You get what I'm saying? It's no unity. It's no black community at all. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes down to something as far as the election is concerned, Kamala is not going to win. This is another case of black people getting caught up in what you call a media blitz. If you look at any other media stations, Diners, MSNBC to NM, Kamala Harris can comb her hair, and she comb her hair the most perfect way in the world. You can look at when they talk about Trump might go up there and say something. He's the ranger. The media is prepping her up, but most logical people see through it. You get what I'm saying? Now you got ignorant black people, aka ignorant black women, these husky hyenas, these wig weed wearing wild hyena hood rats. They're gonna support a black woman because that's just what it is. And you got these beta males, Diners, they never switch. They never went from Trump. I ain't heard not one black brother that said he was voting for Trump is now saying he's gonna vote for Kamala. Any black male, any simp, any sugar boy, moist boy, super ultra mama boy simp that's vote for Kamala, he was gonna do that anyway. And any black male that sit up here and talk about, you know what I'm saying, black women, you know, we used to black women leading us, so I don't mind if a black woman leader, you know what I'm saying, she's a part of the Divine Nine, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we had a black president, you know, black male president. Now we're going to have a black woman president. Like, the only thing that I give Obama credit for, that he never tried to play both sides. He always talked about his mama was white from Hawaii. You know what I'm saying? He didn't even fuck with his dad. You know what I'm saying? But in this case, you got Kamala Harris that nobody didn't like her when she ran this time, and a Democrat put her up there. You give black people a concert. You get Meg Thee Stallion up there in her tight blue suit up there shaking her ass on stage. You get what I'm saying? You get the DNC where they got Lil Jon, Lil Old Roach, Jiminy Cricket looking ass, you know, running out there screaming and shit. Like, that's what we like as black people. So some type of way we're confused about the hype. So now you look on the news, you see all these states that they're talking about is not, they put it as a question, Dinah. They'll say that North Carolina is up for grabs, but then they'll put a question mark behind it. So they'll be like, oh, okay, we didn't actually say that. You can't say that. You can't say that we're lying. We just asking a question. You get what I'm saying? So it's that disingenuous the way that these medias get. But at the end of the day, she cannot remove herself from Biden, from the Biden White House, from Bidenomics. She can't do it. And praise white Jesus, you know what I'm saying, for white people, because white people see that stupid shit. You get what I'm saying? They're not gonna vote. They saw what the border been doing, what going on with the border for 3 years. It don't matter if they brought up the diner. It's the equivalent of somebody breaking into your house every single day for 3 years. The police don't do nothing, and then when election time, 4 years, they like, oh, okay, we want to do something. You get what I'm saying? Nobody is going for that. So when we're talking about cheap labor, you got to understand, Dinus, you got to understand the percentage. I deal in transportation. I know Del Ray does too. But what I'm saying is the transportation for its commodity. It ain't that for as many illegal immigrants that don't came across that border, it ain't enough goddamn farm job, production job for them. You get what I'm saying? Like it is almost 70-some million of them here, Dinus. They're not all gonna be working on the farms and cleaning people's houses. You get what I'm saying? Because in America, even in America, you hire a housekeeper, you got to pay her. Housekeepers in America, even the ones that can't speak English, they're still making $500 to $600 a week. You know what I'm saying? You can't pay them. You can't pay them what you can get a house girl in Nigeria for $60K a month. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that shit in America, even if she's illegal. You get what I'm saying? Because the fucked up thing in America is that illegals still have rights. They still have a legal coalition. You know what I'm saying? Because of the Latino organization that has a pact that goes to the Democrats and Republicans. That's the smart thing about Latinos, Diners. They go to Democrats and Republicans and get these laws set up. They got lawyers set up. It ain't no lawyer set up for black people. Number Benjamin Bubba Gump looking ass Crump. And you got goddamn Al Sharp that look like a cancer patient, you know what I'm saying, with the slit back in the gray on MSNBC, cooning and shit. You got fat, sissy niggas like Roland Martin over there, you know what I'm saying, that's going for anything the Democrats ain't trying to get some money out of them. You got D.L. Hughley and Ricky Smiley, old Bernice wearing a dress and glasses, want to be Medea ass, sit up there caping for black women in the black church, because that's where the black women are at. The black women are running the church. They're not running the black community. They're running the church. And the church begots the radio stations, you know what I'm saying, begot the Democratic Party. That's all. So when I hear black men saying that black women run a community, you can't go in no community, in no city, Diners, where you see a black woman out there in the hood, in the urban area, running a goddamn thing. It does not exist. It's the same way how they talk about the FBA guys, Tariq Nasheed, that get on there and talk about FBA. That shit only exists on the internet. But if you go in any
30 seconds. So I got
30 seconds. Oh, because you got the simp Elvis up here getting ready to come up here signing like Bert and Ernie for Sesame Street with his sis ass, you know what I'm saying, caping for Kamala, you know what I'm saying? So you know what? I'll recuse myself for a second and let the simps talk. And watch you see the difference between real men talking and beta males, aka Zeta Phi betas talk. I pass the mic.
No, I'm gonna forgive you, bro. I'm gonna forgive you. Cause you know you always come and talk your bullshit, so I'm gonna forgive you.
All right, let me pass it to Blubbo then after holiday. Hey Blubbo, you gotta your connection, Blubbo, is off. Go African Wahala. Go ahead, African Wahala.
Yes, sir. Thanks, Dynast. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just gonna change the topic a little bit because I know it's currently heated on the American politics. I wanted to talk about the Kenyan police in Haiti.
That's fine. Go ahead.
Yeah, these guys haven't gotten paid, and it's unfortunate. I know a guy that was deployed to Haiti, and before he left, he sent a message to his brother telling him where the last money in his bank account was located, and giving him instructions to distribute that money to his mom, to his nephew. It's quite unfortunate that the Kenyan government allowed itself to be used in this capacity. I mean, the Kenyan police have not even controlled the situation in Kenya, and they decided to be used by the US government to control the situation in Haiti. It's just ridiculous. But I wish them the best. The Haitians are going to give them hell, that's for sure. And it is what it is. Second topic, Dangote. Dangote, not being the richest African person in the world, in my opinion, personally, I think it's irrelevant because his wealth has always been for him. Him making the money that he made throughout his career was detrimental to the lives of millions of Nigerian people. So if he's no longer the wealthiest person, wealthiest African person, it's not a call to celebrate, but people like me are indifferent. It brings nothing. Dangote's wealth brings no shine to my life. Dangote's wealth brought no prosperity to my community. It has all been the same way, like same poverty. So Dangote going through all the stress with the Nigerian government as far as his refinery and getting access to crude oil and stuff like that. It is what it is, man. He benefited from the corrupt system for the longest time. Now he's a victim of the corrupt system. So that's my contribution. Thanks.
All right, go ahead, Elvis. Unmute yourself, Elvis.
You getting me?
Yeah, I got you. Go ahead.
All right. Thank you, Dinas. Hey, Dinas, you know what Toto means in Africa, in Nigeria?
No.
Yeah, it means penis. Yeah, Toto means penis. So if somebody is kissing penis, that means that person is a dick kisser. So that name is peculiar. But let me just say this. Look, real black men don't come on platforms and start, insulting women. That's not what they do. Your competitions are not women, they're other men. When you come on shows and the first thing out your mouth is starting to, abuse women, it shows that you're weak. You've probably been abused by some woman in your family. Probably didn't get enough love from your mama. So when men come on this platform and trying to project themselves one way, usually it's the other way around. They're probably weak. They're desperate in need of affection. This is somebody who has confessed that they spend money. They're a trick. They go out there and spend money on Nigerian women to have sex with them. They got to pay just for somebody to touch them. So when these guys are talking this nonsense and trying to act tough, we see right through that shit. When it comes to Kamala, her being the Democratic nominee, there's nothing wrong with it. Women have agency. They're free to be what they want to be. They can be politicians. They can be doctors. They can be stay-at-home moms. They have that agency. And there's power in empowering women. As men, we're not here to be misogynistic, to say, oh, you can't be led by a woman. You can't even lead yourself. Can't lead yourself. So when people like this come on these platforms and the first thing they do is to run to women and abuse them, and other men who call themselves men don't stand up for women, especially those men who have moms and sisters and daughters, I find that to be a weak behavior. You yourself, Donis, I don't think you really do that a lot, but you allow it to happen on your platform a lot. And I think it's despicable. I'll always come up and I'll stand on my square and then defend women because they need to be defended by clowns like this. Those who think that they're fighting for somebody, when they themselves has been traumatized. So you call yourself a dick kisser. That's your name. You're a dick kisser. So I'm guessing you're probably a dick sucker too. If you can kiss dicks, you're probably sucking them.
All right,
so,
pause.
No. That's what it means. Ask anybody. Toto means dick. It means penis. So that's his name. The Toto kisser, the dick kisser. That's what it means. Anybody watching can interpret it. This fool don't even know what it means, and he puts it on there.
No, bro.
Elvis,
Toto means vagina. Toto means vagina, actually. Toto means vagina.
That's why
In Liberia, it means dick. In Liberia, it means penis.
I was gonna let this super
ultra this is the guy that comes here and disrespect women with no provocation. On every show he comes on, his introduction is to abuse women. And Donis, you think that's acceptable? If you're trying to build strong men, you think that's a strong act from a man to come on the platform and just abuse women every single opportunity they get? You think that's a good thing? And other men don't have the spine or the backbone to say anything to this clown? Everybody know you're traumatized, bro. You talk like you're hurt. You talk like your mama probably, abused you, or you've been raped by your auntie or something. You sound like you're traumatized, bro. So you really need to go get that therapy and get that help. Because every time you come on this platform and try to abuse women, I'm gonna come in and come after you. Because that's a weak female behavior to think that women are competing against you, and every time you come, you gotta disparage them. It's a weak mindset, bro. So all that other nonsense you're talking about, you're just a clown. You're the resident clown of this network. You come here and you talk a bunch of nonsense. People laugh, but they don't take you seriously. That's who you are. I'll pass the mic.
I hear you, Elvis. Toto, let
Nobody
me ask you a
takes you
question.
serious, bro. Look at the chat, Elvis. Nobody agrees with you, bro. You're the only clown that agrees with yourself. They just let you come up here and make a fool of yourself. The point of it is that nobody can refute my points. You get what I'm saying? Nobody can, because I make
Toto,
sure I speak the truth when
can I
wait a second, Darren Ray. He
I
talked
want to
about me
ask you a
for a second,
question.
man. Hold on, Darren Ray. He talked about me for a second. I was quiet. I didn't even say anything. But the thing about it is, bro, you sit up there and think that you got to take up for women when women don't give a damn if you take up for them. See, let me tell you something about a simp. See, a simp is the type of person that'll stalk a female, the one that'll beat on a female, the one that'll kill a female, the one that'll goddamn hound her. You know what I'm saying? See, a dude like me, bro, you'll never hear a female that sit up there and say I said anything bad or did anything bad, because it don't mean anything. I go with the ratio, bro. And at Atlanta, bro, it's 19-1. And with these sugar boys that just
I go
like
with
you
the
in here,
ratio.
it's
What does that even mean?
29-1. You get what I'm saying?
I don't
So
even know
you
I don't
don't
even know
have
what
to
that
take up.
means.
You don't. I know you don't, because you're a
You're a
tether.
weak person that always have to
You're a
attack
lying
women. What does
ass
that mean to you?
librarian. And every single
What does
time
that
you
mean to
come up
you?
on here,
Not having respect for women, that's a
every time
positive
you
thing
come
to
up
you?
on here, you get caught in a lie. Hey, Dinah, let me ask you a question. Simple question. I'm gonna pass the mic to
You're
Delroy.
traumatized, bro. We can clearly see it, bro. You need help.
Elvis, he didn't interrupt you, Elvis. Go ahead, Toto. Go ahead.
Because he's a female. He's a straight up chick. That's why he clings to chick so much, because he get a period every month. You know what I'm saying? But let me ask you this, Diana.
You're the one that call yourself the dick kisser.
Every time he comes up on this platform, does he not get caught in some type of lie, Dinas?
Always, but go ahead. Go ahead.
That's it. I go to Delray. I let Delray go.
Well, I need to ask you a question.
Go ahead, sir.
How do you really personally feel about women? Since we all have mothers, we all have sisters, we all have daughters and everything. How do you personally feel?
Feel about women?
Yeah.
Bro, let me explain something to you. I marry black women, bro. You get what I'm saying? The thing about it, I'm the number one baby daddy, bro. You get what I'm saying? So hold on. I deal with the women in my circle because I'm what you call it, a gladiator, guerrilla hustler. I only deal with the people that surrounded me. So the people around me living house to house, bro. You get what I'm saying? Like, do you understand, bro? Like, I'm making over $250,000 a year as a street, been on the street since I was 14, bro. You get what I'm saying? All of these dudes like simps, like Elvin, he worked for somebody. He's a worker. You get what I'm saying?
This guy is traumatized, bro. He went to jail like 10 times, probably got ripped in the ass, so he puts a name on his thing as a dick kisser.
Elvis, hold on.
That's who he is, bro.
I'm still asking.
He been selling drugs since 14. He knows no better. He's been traumatized. He's probably been sexually abused. These are the kind of people who project their pain on this platform, and we got to tell them to get help. I'm telling you.
Can I respond to?
Let me just ask him another question.
Go ahead,
Toto, if a particular woman, whoever it is, have everything that you're looking for in leadership, have everything that you personally are looking for, would you support that person?
Delray, I am a guerrilla hustler. I cannot be led by a woman. Period. Now,
okay, so that's the answer.
Let me finish the question. Now I can work.
And he also can't lead a woman because he's been divorced twice. Can't lead a woman.
Go ahead, Toto. I got past.
Listen,
You've been ran astray. You're a true.
I have an accountant that works with me closely, do everything for me,
Diners,
bro.
you like to
You get what I'm
mute me
saying?
when this fool is
So
talking his non.
God dang. Go ahead.
so therefore,
And after
for people that is on my level far as business, you know what I'm saying? Like I only deal with women that's on my level. As far as, because think about it like this, Del Ray. I've been on the street since I was 14. So I saw the way that I didn't want to live. I saw the type of people, this go for females and dudes, that I don't like to deal with. You get what I'm saying? So when I got into professional frame, I only deal with those type of women. And you know the funny thing, Del Ray, that I saw, most of the professional women that deal with transportation, goods and services, they're more conservative. You get what I'm saying? Most of the women that deal with, clerical jobs, nursing jobs, those are the type of chicks that Elvis, saying, want to smell they nasty ass drawers. You get what I'm saying? Like, those are the type of women I don't deal with, because they're not logical in their thought process. So I only
But
deal
that's what
with them.
I'm saying. Somebody that
I
you
got you.
like. That's what I'm saying. Would you support somebody that have your ideals? That's my question.
Of course, but she can never be above me though.
All right, so that's right. So let me ask something.
Go ahead.
You do know the history of our history of black men and black women. We couldn't make it out of slavery without each other. You realize that, right?
Huh?
You want your women in the front lines fighting?
Look,
It's
okay, here come
because
Chief.
when black
Let
men
me
say
answer,
stuff
brother.
like we need our
Chief.
women right by us,
Let me go ahead.
it's like y'all
That's
want
not what I'm
women to
saying.
fight with us in
Hold
That's
on.
war.
what happened,
Like,
man.
Legally, let me
that's
go
why
ahead and
they so
answer.
masculine because the man can't lead them. That's why they so masculine because you
Right.
want them side by side fighting in war.
Do you know who Ya Acentua is? You ever heard of Ya Acentua?
This is the thing though, Del Ray. I understand what happened 50, 60, 70, 80, but change that 80 to 100 years ago, but that ain't where we at right now. You get what I'm saying? So I understand what happened back then. You get what I'm saying? I understand the stories of the Underground Railroad. I understand all of that stuff. But that's not where we're at right now. Because if we were still living the way we was back then, I get what you're trying to conflate. But what I'm saying is that this is one of those situations where two things can be right at the same time. You're right with your perspective of how it was back then. But if it was that way right now, we wouldn't have these chicks out here running around with 36-inch Yaki Peruvian wavy, extra silky, extra body, sitting up there fighting and shaking ass in the streets to kill their babies, Del Ray. So what I'm saying is the times is different. So I'm a type of guy. I comport with the times at hand. I think about the past. I studied the past, but I know for a fact that the way that it was then ain't the way now. And you know the funny thing, black women will tell you they don't care about how it was back then. They talking about what's now, and what's now, the Democratic Party is only talking about black women. Anytime they talk about black people, they talk about black women. How many times you heard the Democrat Party, Ricky Smiley, D.L. Hughley, any of them suckers talk about black men? Other than the black man need to fall in line, Dinus. When do they ever say something good about black men? When did they ever say that? Well, you know what? Well, she need to put a black man as the black president. No black man demanded that. But when Joe Biden, old decrepit ass, was running for president, you had black people, especially those same black dudes, those boulets, those simps, and black women was demanding a black judge, Superior Court judge. It was begging for it. They was demanding a black vice president.
So let me pass it to T. Philly. Go ahead, T.
Yeah, and just just to respond to the women thing, and then I want to ask a question on the topic at hand. There's a reason why women are being pandered to like that, because most of the times black women women in general are emotional voters. So because they vote on emotion and not logic, a lot of these beta males, these celebrity males, yes, they do pander to women, saying black women come save us. To me, it is nefarious that they do that because they are trying to remain in power. They are trying to keep liberals in power. But yeah, women overall are emotional voters. And the problem I have with Elvis' statement, I don't agree with attacking women, but I don't like this line that if there's a woman who is in power, she cannot be criticized, especially she's a black woman. I don't like this. We can't say nothing about Kamala Harris because we are sexist. Well, if she can't take any criticism from a man or anybody because of her race and gender, she needs to get the hell out of the race, because you're going to be dealing with other countries and other cultures who aren't surrounded by a bunch of beta males and feminists, okay? They're going to have masculine men, and they're going to critique you. And if you're going to break down, it's crazy. They say they're strong and equal to men, but the moment you point out a flaw, they try to hide behind their skin color and their gender. Trump doesn't do that. You see how Trump taking all this heat? Even Obama. If she can't take the heat, she needs to get her ass out of the kitchen. So yeah, and black men really got to stop this. We want our women to fight next to us. If you ever fight in a war and you got a bunch of men on one side and then a war with a bunch of men and women on the other side, the people with the men and women are going to lose, period. Men work together better, especially in fight when it's just them. Why? It's because they don't worry about one another. When they get shot, hurt, they think the other man can take care of himself. If it's a bunch of women, she gets hurt, she is going to be screaming. Now the man's got to stop what he's doing and save her. So it's not beneficial to have your women march beside you, fight with you. Just look at Black Lives Matter when it was ran by a bunch of lesbians. I've seen protests where women are twerking. Twerking. What is this? It's not even serious. But that's all I want to say on that. To the topic of Haiti, because this is an interesting topic, Dinus. I've actually was looking into what's going on in Haiti.
T, I understand what you're saying, but fortunately or unfortunately, women had no choice but to stand and fight.
Yeah, but those times are not now. She should not be leading no BLM protests, and no black man should ever stand behind women as they march to the front lines. That is some beta male coward stuff. That's why these black men got took by BLM. I'm so glad BLM took these beta black male money and then used it for houses. I'm so glad, because they shouldn't have been following a bunch of lesbians in the first place. They even said it in their charter. We don't want black fathers to be anywhere around the family. And these Negroes are still males. And like I can see the woman, but the black man still wearing Black Lives Matter shirts while the founders don't give a damn about you. I'm so glad they took those Negroes for their money. That's what they get. Stop following women. Women should not be in the front lines for any war. They need to be at home. We need to be handling that stuff. We don't need women in front of us. That is a beta male mentality. But I do want to get on the post with this Kenyan Haiti thing, if that's okay, Diners.
Yeah,
Hey,
go
I
ahead.
like how you switched
Yeah,
it up,
yeah,
bro. I like how
I
you
do.
switched it up.
I do. The thing about Haiti is such a man. That country, I don't think there's no saving it, man. It's too much corruption. I think the gangs. I haven't came on a segment, but I'm curious who is funding these gangs, because I don't think the Kenyan police can do anything about this, man. I think if Haiti is going to be saved, it's going to take a UN international effort. I'm talking about it's going to have to have a UN occupation from a lot
The
of
UN
countries,
been
not
there.
just Kenya.
The UN been there before.
But
No,
not
but I'm
as an
talking about with
occupation,
more
though.
troops, though, man. I'm talking about the occupation, and then they need to find out who is funding these gangs, because Haiti's a dirt poor country. So someone is giving these gangs AK-47s. They can't afford that. So to me, it's a waste of money if you're not finding out who is arming these gangs.
Well, Diners, what they did was their road. They robbed they robbed the places where all the guns is here. Like put it this way, I don't know if you remember when the Rodney King thing happened, when they did the riots. You know, what I'm saying, the people went in there and broke into the. Well, Diners, you was in California. They ain't that old. You might remember Diners.
I remember Ronnie King riots, definitely.
Yeah, they went, and when the police was out there, and especially in California and New Orleans, when everybody the flood happened, they went in there, broke into the places where they had all those guns and everything. So they went inside. Most police officers, when they have those AR-15s, they keep them in their trunk. They don't even take them home, because they leave them inside their trunk at the job, because who's going to break into a police car at the police station. And most of them are underground or, secured like they are in Atlanta. But they're breaking into these places. And it's not like they have money. The thing, Tika, they're not even fighting for money. You get what I'm saying? Because none of them's not driving no Bentleys. None of them's not. They just taking over houses where people had left out. They up there, rigging up. They rigging up electricity just like anywhere else, and they're just forming. They're becoming. Now that's the thing about it, Del Ray. I didn't disagree with everything you said, Del Ray. They're becoming community leaders. You get what I'm saying? Because the police officers was stealing the gas. The police officer was taking the gas and was trying to sell it to them. So the police officers start being like the gang once there was no rules. You get what I'm saying? So they had to take up arms amongst themselves. So of course it is some thuggery. Everybody's not going to be, Robin Hood, so to speak. So you get that thuggery with it too. But at the same time, it needs to be a total. I actually think that Port-au-Prince needs to be torn all the way down and rebuilt. You know what I'm saying? The infrastructure, Dynasty, the infrastructure is not built to succeed for people that's living, because the conditions have to be great. Dynasty, why you think so many people leave New York, that in Brick City and Philadelphia that smells just like piss? Why you think they come down south? So they can see some trees, so they can see some motherfucking rabbits, so they can have a better understanding. You still see people talk about the North, but they don't leave the South, because just like anywhere, like horses, if you give horses enough room to graze, they become better. Just like with human beings, if you got them all stacked topple each other, where your next door neighbor can smell your shit, nothing comes good out of that. But when people got room to breathe and room to grow and room to walk, the society can grow. So I think the whole Port-au-Prince need to just get moved to the outskirts and to let the UN come in as a whole company and just tear down it and rebuild it. But it's not gonna happen. So I agree with the brother that's saying it's no hope for it. The same way there's no hope for
The
But
UN
who is
payment.
funding the gangs though? Who do y'all think is, because they
they're
are
not
getting these
being
weapons?
funded, T. Khalid. They're not funded. They
So
just got
how are they getting bullets and weapons then?
because
Like,
they robbing the armory. They took over the armory. They took over the military armory, and they took over the police armory. So they got all the police weapons. They got all the military. Why you don't see no military, Haitian military? They took over all of that. They broke all the guys out of jail. You get them. They broke out. They broke into all the prison, released the guys from prison, and those guys went to arm themselves. That's the first thing you do in a revolution is you got to arm yourself. So
well,
they
the
went to
only reason I'm asking is I did watch a documentary, and they're saying Haitian oligarchs. There's like a bunch of oligarchs. Because
yeah, but
and I could be ignorant. Let me ask you this, bro. And I
but
could be ignorant to this. But
I
from
got you.
what I heard, the prior Haitian president who got assassinated, he was funding gangs to go after his political rivals. Like I don't know if you heard about that, but
That's what
that's what I'm saying.
I have did my research on. That's what I'm saying. Like one thing about me in my older age, I have have a thirst for knowledge. So I've been doing research on, say Haiti, Jamaica, Nigeria, Niger, Kenya, just because I have all the time in the world now with what I do now. So I have all that time in the world to do research. And what they did was just like how they do in Africa, they hire people, because when you don't have a free and fair elections, you can use intimidation. You get what I'm saying? You don't have no billion-dollar machines like they have in the US. You get what I'm saying? So you can use intimidation. He probably didn't use all the gangs. He probably had a little crew or whatever that they go out the same way with the African leaders do, where they go out to the villages and everything. You know what I'm saying? So the same thing happened in Uganda with the guy with Bobby Wine. He, going out there arresting him, having people breaking into his houses. So that does happen, but not as rampant. So what I'm saying, they're not being funded because where are they going to spend the money? They can't spend any money anywhere. You get what I'm saying? So it's like one of those one of those reverse Star Trek things where they're not working for money, they're just working for the good of the people. So they own a barter system right now. That's what they're working with over there in Haiti.
Let me ask y'all this: if a white European, let's say the UN decides to send you know, like how we invade the Middle East and other countries. Let's say
Right.
they decided to invade Haiti. Do y'all think this will be a 5 to 10 year war, or could they just wipe out the gangs? Because to be honest, I'm not a pro interventionist, but I'm like, damn, we may need some democracy, American democracy in Haiti.
Well, they
Seriously,
making it
'cause
seem
I don't
they
know
making
what
it
else.
they making
American
it seem like
democracy.
it's everywhere. It's not everywhere. It's not over the whole Haiti. They're in Port-au-Prince. It's not on the outskirts. The outskirts are not that bad. You know
Man,
what I'm saying? I
you know
know
what? Go ahead. No, the only reason
I
I'm
know.
saying that because I
Go ahead.
watched
I'm
the
sorry. Go
documentary.
ahead, Tikali.
No, the only reason why I said it because it was intriguing when I was watching a bunch of YouTubers go to Haiti, and Haiti's not a country where you can just walk around. It looks like you have to have a guide with you or somebody who
Right.
knows you, otherwise you can get in trouble. And that's why I'm thinking, man, that's kind of bad, bro.
Well, it's bad for the capital city, but it's not like that on the outskirts. You know what I'm saying? I know plenty of Haitians that, you know what I'm saying, they go there, they just don't go to Port-au-Prince. Port-au-Prince roads are blocked off. They got cars, they got tires. And some of the people in the neighborhood, they got burning cars and burning tires just to keep other people out their neighborhood. They're basically on some old plundering type deal. Like this village is attacking. They just doing it for resources now because there's no type of economic solution, economic transfer system going on over there in Port-au-Prince. But it is happening on the outskirts though. You know what I'm saying? But Port-au-Prince is the hub, so that's the hotbed. So when you look at even the people, I want y'all to pay attention when y'all look at that. They keep saying Haiti, and that's disingenuous on its face, Dinus, because it's not the whole Haiti. It's the same way that people talk about Africa when they really talking about Nigeria, or they really talking about Ghana. You get what I'm saying? It's not the entire. You know what I'm saying? When they talk about something happening, when they want to be specific, then you'll hear them say Port-au-Prince. But they just say Haiti because a lot of their cities and town have French names, and a lot of people don't know what they are. But everybody know what Haiti is. A lot of people don't even know Port-au-Prince is their capital, Tikali.
Yeah, man, you got to forgive my ignorance because, like I said, I'm learning. You probably know more about this than me. So the question I have for you is, like I said, and this is just from watching a bunch of documentaries and YouTube and reading. So you're probably more educated. But I'm hearing there's so many gangs, and that's why I thought it was all of Haiti because there's different gangs. I know there's a bunch of gangs in Port-au-Prince, but I'm hearing there's like over 100 gangs all around the country. And I don't know if you
No.
saw this YouTuber by the name of Arab who got kidnapped by a
Mhm.
notorious Haitian, gangster. I don't think that was in Port-au-Prince. So that's why I left the conclusion they
Well, he
damn near done
came
took
in.
over the
He,
country.
he That's because he wanted to go try to visit some of the gang leaders. They live outside. It's just like most when the gangs was prevalent in the United States. Where you think the gangs lived at? Where you think you think they lived in Chicago, New York? They all had houses somewhere else. You get what I'm saying? So he wanted to go meet with a main gang leader. That would have happened. But when he came in through Port-au-Prince. He had his guide in Port-au-Prince. He started seeking for that type of environment. So, like, you probably didn't catch it when I first started talking. Most of them are just taking over houses of people that left. You know what I'm saying? So you have the inner. What city you live in, Tickley?
Dallas.
So you got Dallas,
Dallas,
but you
Texas.
got but you have the suburbs of Dallas too, the surrounding cities and towns. You get what I'm saying? So, but those are they're not Dallas, but they consider the metro Dallas the same way in Atlanta. You got Stone Mountain, you got Decatur, you got Tucker, you got Clayton County. Uh Damn, I can't even think. Clayton County, Riverdale, all these other cities, and they staying out there. The heat is in Port-au-Prince because that's the hub. You get what I'm saying? That's where all the ports are. That's where all the shipping coming in out of there. But the gangs is not even that many. Tika, it's only like, when they had a real count of it, they estimated at 1,500 or 2,000 at the most. But all of them are not armed like that. Only people that are armed is like the top 30 to 40 people at the top. The rest of them are just runners and, lookouts, and the ones that's, putting in the work and doing all the other stuff. The heavily armed people is the people that you see, but you don't see that. If you ever look at any of those documentaries, you only see a handful of them that's heavily armed in each section. All of them are not armed like that. But that's the way they try to portray it. Ain't nothing like Boko Haram where everyone had an AK-47. You get what I'm saying? Like they had
Yeah,
Jeeps and
man,
trucks
I just got one more
outfitted.
question, then I gotta eat,
Go
man. I
ahead,
just
go
got one more
ahead.
question. So the last question, guys. Sorry to hear you. So that's new information. So let me ask you this: on places that's safe, like it's not like Port-au-Prince, do they have a functioning police system? Meaning, if there's a crime, the cops will come and protect them, or is it like village
Well,
protectors? It's like an anarchy.
it's like living. It's the same way safe as you was living in Montana. You get what I'm saying? They have like state police or whatever, but you got to kind of fend for yourself because the police department is, when you go on the outskirts of Haiti, the roads are not good. You get what I'm saying? So you can't get to, so the gangs are not prevalent like that because there's a lot of bush out there. There's more vegetation out there. Anytime you get to the city of anywhere anywhere in the world, is less vegetation. So when you get in the outskirts, the gangs are not out there because they can't run the jungle. You get what I'm saying? So if your answer is yes and no at the same time, so it's no gangs that's running out there because these people out there, you know what I'm saying? They're just basically living out there. They're living off the land. They're growing their own food. You get what I'm saying? And really nothing is going on outside of that, but village living. You see what I'm saying? So why would they go out there? You know what I'm saying? They're trying to bring revolution to the center, the hub. You get what I'm saying?
I get it, bro. It's just, man, it's a sad situation,
Well,
man. Like,
I have my own information on what's going on in Haiti. I'm not gonna say it, but I'm gonna tell you this right now. Gangs are not the problem of Haiti. That's not the real problem. That's all I'm gonna say.
I agree with that. Oh,
what do you
I
think is
agree
the
with
real
that
problem?
also. I agree with that also. But like Dinus was saying when he's saying gangs, it is some thuggery in it too. So you got some of the guys that's really like, because a lot of people don't know Barbecue was a police officer.
So
He was
Toto,
a
let
police
me ask you.
officer. He was
I want to ask you, bro. If would you be safe? Be honest. Would you be safe to travel to Haiti by yourself and just drive
not.
around the
I
country?
would not go to Port-au-Prince, but
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
safe on the
Outside of
outskirts.
that,
Outside of that, yes.
with no guide or
They have
nothing.
cruise ship that go to Haiti right now as we speak.
Yeah.
No, I mean
Listen,
like
Tika Lee.
exploring the country. That's what I
Let me
mean.
explain. Let me
Yeah,
explain to you. They got certain areas that's just like Dominican Republic on the coast. They got coastline where you can go there, and it's just like going to the DR. You know what I'm saying? They got bars. They bar hopping every night. You get what I'm saying? Matter of fact, is the YouTube buddy of mine. You know what I'm saying? He goes down there and he stays on the outskirts, and he'll go there. You'll think he in the DR, and he do videos. He make videos weekly on the outskirts. But Port-au-Prince is the danger zone. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you never watch Resident Evil? You know what I'm saying? It's like
Yeah,
but
I get it. I get it. Okay,
the funny thing is, Toto, not all of Port-au-Prince
y'all
either,
cleared that up.
because in the hills of Port-au-Prince, there's all rich people live up there.
that's the thing that what I was trying to explain to him. A lot of people that had their homes and everything in the inner city, they left. You know what I'm saying? They left those houses and they went to their other houses. You know what I'm saying? There's ones in the village. It's just like most people.
Overlooking Port-au-Prince, like
Right.
what's his other place name? There's a place, I forgot the name of it, but just right above Port-au-Prince, a big town. There's no problem right there. It's certain areas in Port-au-Prince. I mean, that's just a fact. Like I said, I know a lot, because I correspond with. I could call my friend up right now in Haiti, right? And he'll tell me exactly what's going on. But gangs is not the problem in Haiti. Trust me, that's not what's
They're
going to
not the
fix.
total problem.
You get rid of the gangs, it's still going to be there,
Yeah.
because Haiti, for the powers that be, I ain't gonna call it no name, has to be kept destabilized.
Yeah. Well, anytime you have like a puppet, you know what I'm saying, Haiti is no different from some African countries where they'll put a puppet in there, you know what I'm saying, and they, you know, just pushing that agenda. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand that thing about black people when we get some power that, you know what I'm saying, we don't care about the small people. You get what I'm saying? Like, we have this individual mindset that happens all the way up into you get to the political people, you get into the political parties, you know what I'm saying, political factions. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Well,
you know, that's the hold on, let me say this last thing, Delray. This last thing. You know what? One thing that I can say about white people in the United States, you know, I have been in little small towns where there was nothing. You know what I'm saying? And somebody come back, you know what I'm saying? Some senator come to a little small town and he say, well, you know what? I have about 500,000 or 600,000. I got this company, you know what I'm saying? We can build it here. Y'all got to come together and form some type of pact, and y'all need to run this place down here. You know what I'm saying? Form a little union, form a little pact. And that's how they build in these places where white people stay. I mean, I've been to places, diners, that you wouldn't even believe that it's a big business there. Just nothing but, you know, one street light, $1 General, you know what I'm saying, 2 gas stations. Then you got this multi-million-dollar plant there. You get what I'm saying? The only way that can happen is that somebody that has money had to come back and invest, but the people had to put each other together and say, you know what, we're gonna run it. We're going to run it to the point, because this is our lifeline. We don't want to move to the city. Black people, we all want to move to the city like roaches. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to go on the outskirts. We don't want to go out there and build. We don't want to go out there and build land and cultivate land. We want to stay in the city and get government subsidies and government handouts. And that's why we became the perfect slave. They tried to do Liberian and a couple of other countries to try to get black people to go to after slavery. These Negroes wanted to stay here. You get what I'm saying? And white people were shocked after slavery and Jim Crow that black people still want to stay here. Now, I admit, you know what I'm saying? It's some of us has came up. I have came up from this. America is one of the few places where you can come from the bottom with no education. If you got some know-how, a little charisma about yourself, you can go from nothing to somebody like me that makes over $250,000 a year, that got a 800 and I think my credit score is about 826 right now. You get what I'm saying? With $50,000-$60,000 credit cards, with hundreds of 150,000 credit lines. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I can't hire nobody, Delray. It's a one-man business. And I do not like that. I do not like that my business is a one-man business and I can't grow it because of the way my people want to be. They want to be more workers than entrepreneurs. Go ahead, Delray.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but you know, getting back to Haiti, I mean, it started a long time ago, bro, and it's gonna take a lot to fix it, and it ain't gonna be America fixing it because they're part of the main problem. That's all I'm gonna say.
Hey guys, we're gonna go ahead and close out. Well, you got something to say?
Let me say this one thing about
Okay,
Haiti
then we'll
real
close
quick,
out.
Donnie, before you close out.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why Haiti, like you said, Haiti would have to be stripped down. It would have to be stripped down to its bare minimum, because if the UN place anybody there, the people are gonna think it's a puppet. You get what I'm saying? So it would have to be broke down and have like it. We would have to have they have to do another constitution. That's the only way that Haiti can start. The people have to come together the same way, how it did in the United States, diners with the 7 colonies came together and put a constitution for the people. It can't be anybody that the UN put in there. It can't be anybody what the Americans put in it. It can't be anybody from when the French put in there. Because when you try to build a empire on shaky ground with puppets in there, it's not gonna grow into anything solid. It's always gonna have weak points at the fault lines. Go ahead, Dinus.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. Like, share, subscribe. Until next time, family, Dinus, Amir, search for Huru.
All right, good night. Good night, brother.